Philadelphia Eagles defense, and this is a group that lost 3 leaders during the offseason.
Talking about the defensive coordinator, Jim Johnson, middle linebacker, Stuart Bradley, and free safety, Brian Dawkins. Questions about whether they can be replaced start getting answered today.
First down at the 47 of Carolina, and here is Williams. Barnage, the tight end, in motion. DeLone has time, and the pass thrown behind, and it's intercepted by Sheldon Brown. And finally brought down by Jonathan Stewart, the running back. So the first turnover of the game, and Jake DeLone throwing the pick. Just a second. Nick Stockton, Charles Davis, Laura Oakman with us. And the ball knocked away. It is a free ball, and the Eagles could get a touchdown, and they do. And going in is Omar Gaither and Victor Abiamiri. Gaither would have liked it. He's from Charlotte. So the fumble, and all of a sudden, shaking his head is Jake.
Gets in his face.
First down at the 33. Williams. And gets ground and will pay for it. And the loss of 4 yards. And D'Angelo Williams now is lined up in the backfield as the Wildcat. Second time for Carolina, and carrying the ball, and the Eagles have snuffed out both Wildcat attempts by the Panthers so far. Chris Gokong, the strong side linebacker, making the play. So everyone getting a shot in the first half. The long pass is intercepted by Sheldon Brown. And the second interception of the game by Sheldon Brown brings it down to the 10-yard line. And the woes continue for Jake DeLone. A 35-yard return. D'Angelo Williams comes back into the game on 3rd and 5. And no chance for DeLone, and it was Akeem Jordan who was right on top of him before he took a step. And Sean McDermott, what an exhibition as the new defensive coordinator for McNabb.
It certainly appeared that way.
Second down and 8. Here comes pressure from the right side, and DeLone's not going to be able to get away. Omar Gaither, Mike Patterson, all in there. Gaither, of course, starting in the middle with Stuart Bradley out for the year. And here comes the pressure again, and here comes the interception, picked off by Akeem Jordan. Jake DeLone wondering what hit him, and that is the 3rd interception of the day. The cheer goes up from McNabb. First down on the 24. And Jake DeLone going deep on first down to Steve Smith, and it's intercepted. Asante Samuel picks it off. The 4th interception thrown by Jake O'Donnell, and the Eagles get it back, or I should say Jake DeLone. Second down and 10. If they want a chance to win. Right.
That's their guy. Won 12 games last year.
McCown goes down. You've got no chance. And the left knee, Darren Howard making the tackle.
Their ability to rotate those 3, always fresh guys on the corner.
And Moore's pass is picked off. How about Joselio Hansen? Let's include him into the act as well. You should have kept going.
And that's what Joselio's telling me right now. You can't stop at 3, man. All right, go to 4.
And today, the rib injury when he went into the end zone for the touchdown. The handoff again to Goodson, and the ball knocked away. Loose ball. And the Eagles are going to get it back. That's the 7th turnover by the Carolina Panthers. And it's Gaither who comes up with the ball.
Takes reps with the first unit. Timing will always be an issue.
Muhsin Muhammad back in the lineup, split to the right. And Moore, with defenders in his face, goes down at the 49-yard line. Chris Clemens and Darren Howard both combined.
These guys want to go back in the game.
4th down and goal with 40 seconds to remain. Here is Williams. He's not going to make it. And that won't excite the crowd, but look at the guys in green jerseys as Jaquay Parker leading the way, and the Eagles have held. And look at the response they'll get from McDermott as they leave the
defense. Try and figure out Drew Brees. And Brees is smacked by Cole. To help in protection. There's number 64 on the end of the line, and not enough protection there as Bell carries it. And Quentin Michael, who is the starting strong safety, there to make the stop, a loss of zone from Matt Ryan. 1st and 15. That was the first Saints penalty, and Reggie Bush trying to make something happen, and he cannot, as Joselio Hansen makes the play, a loss of 4. Brees is in trouble. Out comes the football. This is a fumble. Back at the 15-yard line, recovered by New Orleans. And it's 3rd down.
Respected and appreciated the most right here in Philadelphia.
Handoff is to Bush, and he got out of the end zone and is brought down inside the 1.
Looking at New England the other night, they look like they're starting to get a little old.
Looks like they'll take a safety as they have Brees in the game, and they do. So instead of punting out of the back of the end zone, Sean Payton called timeout.
Battle in the backfield with Larry Johnson. And Johnson, who played at Penn State, Roderick Bunkley throws him for a loss of a yard. Back to the 22.
Oh, they're really getting a lot of penetration back into the NFL, given a second chance, if you will.
It's 1st and 10. Cox is the fullback. Good block by Larry Johnson. Here comes Matt Castle running for his life and out of bounds at about the 33-yard line. The player from Los Angeles. And he picks up on the play a yard. Jamal Charles at the side of Castle. No Bo today because of the hamstring issue. Albert with a nice block. Oh, here they come. Cole has it. Howard has it. And Clemens in there dousing him. And little talk there with Castle and Howard. He said, I'm going to be here all day, my friend. 3rd sack today given up by the offensive line. It's a loss of 9. Back to the 26-yard line and 1. Savage at the side of the quarterback Castle. Hansen is the 5th defensive back. Quarterback keeper. And he's grabbed by Bunkley. What a nice move by Broderick Bunkley. A loss of a yard back to the 40-yard line. This is a former first-round. 1st down and 10. At the tight ends. Block by Cox, but that doesn't stop the defensive penetration. Gokong was there, and Hakeem Jordan was there. Lots of
everyone.
Larry Johnson is thrown back to the 42. You're right. Everyone was there.
Quentin Michael also in. Boy, they brought everyone. Did Sean McDermott, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles. We talk about blitzing the quarterback. Sometimes you got to be able to blitz the run too. Get penetration in that backfield. They'll blow up the play.
Cole's back in as one of the defensive linemen, as is Abi Amiri. Starting defensive tackles in there. 2nd down 11. Again, the 2 tights. Larry Johnson off with the lead block. And that's a fumble on the play and recovered by Michael at the 47. Quentin Michael has just recovered a Larry Johnson fumble. That's the turnover number 1 for the Chiefs.
Wow. And Todd Haley is
But first on defense. 3rd and 3. Sammy Stroughter in for the Bucks as a 3rd wide receiver. Eagles come with a blitz. Rolling away from it. A little shovel pass out to Cadillac Williams, and he is thrown for a loss. Eagles all over that play. Josh Johnson saw blitz, try to roll out against him. On 1st down, Cadillac Williams, not much. No gain on the play. Eagles are stout in the middle at the tackle. Omar Gaither in at middle linebacker. good penetration and stop that play from getting going at all.
Extending the play with his legs and keeping it alive. Receivers have to continue to make plays for him.
Derek Ward on the carry, but no gain on the play. Brought down at the 28-yard line. Yeah, Josh Johnson was guilty. Three wide receivers. Everybody out. Johnson has time. Completes it to Michael Clayton. No, he dropped it. He had it, took a hit from Sheldon Brown, and dropped it.
Absolutely tried to work him to get that knee, to see if that knee would react under heavy and high stress situations. And it was day after day during the bye week. And as Andy told us, the knee stayed dry. And with the knee staying dry, physically they feel like he's ready to go.
Three tight ends in for the Bucs on 1st and 15. Pressure, they got him. Wow. Just flying in from the outside was Chris Gokong to sack Josh Johnson.
To be able to turn and escape a cornerback.
2nd and 1, the handoff inside, and the Eagles throw it back. Derek Ward thrown this week. He dropped the ball on the snap. Johnson fumbled the snap. The Eagles have the ball. The play is live. Akeem Jordan is going in for a touchdown. Now the rookie head coach twice has gone for it on 4th down, and twice he's come up empty, and this time the Eagles go in.
Once
after review, the quarterback had the ball in his hand, pinned against his leg, prior to the ball being ripped out by the defender. The ball belongs to Philadelphia on downs at the 24-yard line. Tampa Bay is not charged with a time.
To me, clearly both physical mistakes.
Three wide receivers for the Bucs. Everybody out. Johnson in trouble. Trent Cole takes him down. 2nd sack of the game for the Eagles. And Cole leading the way to go for it on 4th down and failed both times. Three wide receivers. Blitz from the outside. The pass off the hands. Intercepted. Asante Samuel on the return. And he is brought down. So 3 times the Bucs have been in scoring position and failed to come up with points. For both teams here in the 2nd half. Here comes the blitz. Up in the air and it's intercepted. 2nd pick of the game. Asante Samuel's got it again. Bellying back. Looking for running room. He's tackled by Josh Johnson, the quarterback. 2nd pick of the game for Asante Samuel. He had the interception at the end of the 1st drive for the Bucs. Johnson signaling to his wideouts, changing the play. Here comes the blitz. Johnson throws, and it is intercepted by Sheldon Brown. 3rd interception of the game for the Eagles. Big time pressure on Johnson again. 3 wide receivers. Johnson had the ball knocked out of his hands and he recovered. Victor Abiamiri with pressure knocked the ball loose. Johnson was able to recover.
Characteristic this season, you like the start for him.
Here come the Eagles with a blitz on Jamarcus Russell. And the Eagles get there. First sack of the game. He was sacked 6 times last week. Trent Cole picks up a sack. He's had at least half a sack in every game this season. The offensive line, he's been sacked twice already, 2 possessions. Jamarcus Russell on 1st down, puts it up off the hands of Murphy and intercepted by Asante Samuel. His 4th interception of the season. Ever the ball hawk, Asante Samuel. The ball popped off the hands of Louis Murphy. And Asante Samuel with the
in silver and black.
Javon Walker on the field. First game he's played in this season. In motion, Murphy. Fargas trying to cut it back, thrown for a loss. Good job up front by the Eagles. Real good job. Strong play by Victor Abiamir. Yankees leading the Angels 2 games to none on third down, end around. Hayward Bay trying to get outside. Eagles are there to ride him down at the 11-yard line. Macho Harris, the safety, chased down Darius Hayward Bay. On first down out of the shotgun, Jamarcus Russell steps up, trying to hit the tight end, intercepted by Quentin Michael. Michael on the return, picks up a few blocks and gets down to the Raiders' 41-yard line. A soft pass into coverage intended for Zach Miller, and Quentin Michael picks it up. Fargas and Russell in the backfield, 2 tight ends, Miller and Stewart.
Going to run to their left.
The play fake. Jamarcus Russell throws. He has a man wide open. Louis Murphy made the catch. No, it's ruled down.
He is.
I think it hit the ground.
Incomplete.
Yeah, I think it hit the ground. Like Philly was thinking the same thing I was. I thought clearly they were going to run to the left side. Louis Murphy wants this challenge. Let's see if he makes the catch. Both hands got to be under the football. Does it hit the ground?
Yes.
That bounces off the ground. That's a no catch.
Quarter on third down. Jamarcus Russell in trouble. The Eagles have got him. Second sack of the game. Jaquay Parker comes in for the second sack on Jamarcus Russell, and a big play for the Eagles defense.
Through the line of scrimmage.
14 carries, 87 yards. And it's Fargas. This time the Eagles stop him for a loss.
Period.
2 tight ends in. And a good tackle. No, spinning away was Fargas, but the Eagles finally get him back at the original line of scrimmage. The 44 is going to bring, it's a loss on the play.
When in doubt, blitz some more.
And it looks like they're coming right on cue.
From the 11, Campbell's pass is deflected and intercepted and taken by Will Witherspoon for a touchdown. Welcome to Philadelphia.
Sean McDermott dialed up the blitz. The Eagles came with the pressure. The ball was batted in the air, and Will Witherspoon will be loved in Philadelphia right now.
And as mentioned, last year their first meeting was a 14-0 Eagles start. Washington came back to win that game. Campbell lost the football. Stripped from behind by Witherspoon again. And the Eagles have recovered.
You just have to take care of the football. You've got to understand the Eagles are bringing pressure right in your face. And when you call that play with a pump, you're going to stay with that pump and go.
Third down, big rush, Campbell down. Trent Cole from around the corner. 5.5 sacks on the year.
Portis is used to having. They need one here.
Pressure, Campbell waiting. A sitting duck for Jason Babin with the sack.
Not a good job by Jason Campbell in the pre-snap phase.
Has become the relay man from Sherm Lewis to Jason Campbell for plays tonight. Campbell stepping up and goes down again. Roderick Bunkley brings him down.
Well, the Redskins kept 8 offensive players into block. Campbell still an opportunity for a big play. He did not anticipate the throw. He waited too long against that blitz. Get it out of your hand.
More pressure, another sack, and the big thing about that sack is it takes you out of field goal range, and you need a field goal when you're down 17 as part of the comeback. They're ready now for 4th and goal. And that summarizes the Washington Redskins.
That's the exact same play they scored on earlier.
A little life. Might be life support, but you got a little life.
Sack. Chris Clemens. That's 6 sacks now for Philadelphia here tonight.
2nd and 10 from the 43-yard line. The pass is picked off by Asante Samuel. And Samuel is knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, a 37-yard return.
I don't know, Eli Manning sometimes will force the ball into areas. Let's see what happens on this one. I think it's just Asante Samuel knowing exactly what is coming. That is great preparation in the film room. He knows that that route's coming, and he absolutely jumps it, and he beats Travis Beckham to the spot.
That's just good film study right there. 5. 2nd down and 6, Jacobs. Penalty flag. Jacobs brought down back at the 15-yard line. Clock stops with 2:03 remaining. A flag on the
Tony. He's going to run out of bounds. Just let him go. Don't give him 15 more yards.
From the 29, the screen to Derek Hagan. And Hagan winds up
being close to that. What I have seen is a Philadelphia secondary that's been in great position and was really, really well prepared to go up against this Giants passing game.
Manning on 4th and 10. Manning to the end zone looking for Kevin Boss. Eagles will take over on downs. At the half, Giants actually pulled to within 16 points, 2 possessions. As Manning is spun around, down he goes. Antonio Dixon, the rookie out of Miami, with his first sack of the season. And
Miles Austin were a little better than the ones that he was getting.
Only his 15th catch of the season. And now Romo is under pressure, and he gets sacked by Jaquay Parker. Looked to avoid him at first, and Parker hung right with him, got into his face, and plants him.
Well, Witherspoon could get there.
It is a first down from the 46-yard line. Here's Barber. Nothing happening. Marion Barber tackled at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down. Marion Barber, they like to start the game. Romo has to step away and can't get away. Jason Babin with the sack. And that's one in each of them, making his first tackle of the night, and it's a huge one. Saves a touchdown, at least for the moment. The ball is at the 17. Here come the Eagles. Romo covering up the football and taken down to the 21-yard line. Sean Jones, the first guy to get in there. Andy Reid's using a few other languages right now himself. 33-yard line, first down. Romo, and that pass is picked off at the 10-yard line by Sheldon Brown. A flag is down on the run back. And for the moment, he is into Cowboy territory, and Austin corrals him at the 35, but there are 2 flags all the way back down at the 24-yard line to get to the Eagles' 44-yard line. Romo sacked at the 32-yard line. Trent Cole. Trent Cole with a sack now in 7 of Philadelphia's 8 games. On the center, Andre Girard is 1st and 20 now from the 45-yard line. Under 10 to play. And Barber's going to get tackled in the backfield. That's Will Witherspoon, picked up at the trading deadline from the St. Louis Rams.
Rivers dropped all the way back at his own 45-yard line. Darren Howard, the first man there. Back to Tomlinson. Go Kong and Trevor Laws there to slow him down and bring him down. He limps off to the sideline. And Rivers to throw it on 2nd down, and he won't even get it out of his hand. Sacked by Jaquay Parker all the way back to the 20. Trent Cole also there.
Second down and goal. Chicago going to that a huddle. Forte going nowhere. That'll make it third and goal. Crowd hates the play call. And how about that for a first ever carry? Rogelio Hansen, another defensive back, was suspended by the league. Performance enhancing drugs for 4 games, and now you've got Trent Cole busting through. And sooner or later, number 58 is going to push his way right into your face. And down goes Cutler all the way back at his own 32-yard.
They feel like he's a little better prepared now after playing on special teams.
Khalil Bell is in the game, the running back who ran for 72 on his first ever carry, and he almost fumbles this one. So he has one to remember and one to forget on his third carry, as he is taken down for a loss of 3. Cutler with a short field now from the 37-yard line. Forte on first down, taken down at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard behind.
The Eagles a little bit of their own medicine. The Eagles known as one of the great screen teams, but the last few weeks the Bears have been getting it done.
Gold trying to kick his 5th field goal of the night, and this one is blocked. This one is blocked, and the Eagles say just let it roll to a stop. Let it roll to a stop, because they're going to get the ball at the 38-yard. And he's going up against Sheldon Brown, but Brown is giving him 15 yards of cushion. And Cutler will fire it. It's tipped in the air, and it's picked off at the 49-yard line by Sean Jones. And Jay Cutler, who had thrown 5 interceptions in San Francisco, throws his first one tonight, but it in effect ends the...
They have not had one delay of game penalty during this entire transition from Sherm Lewis to the coordinator.
On first down, Ron Cartwright out of the backfield by Jaquay Parker.
It's not really playing that well, especially against the run of the Eagles.
3rd down and 2. Campbell fires, and it is Asante Samuel who comes up with the interception.
You have to know who you're playing against. You have to know that Asante Samuel loves to jump routes. You're going to do anything against Asante Samuel, give him a double move early in the game. Get him thinking a little bit. You just made this one too easy on him. Little hook curl right there to Santana Moss. He sees it develop in front of him, and he just jumps.
3rd down and 8. Campbell gets rid of it, and it's Asante Samuel with his 2nd pick of the half. Campbell was about to be hit, got rid of the football, and for Samuel, his 2nd interception today, his 7th on the season.
Boy, Trent Cole beat Levi Jones immediately with a great inside-out move and got to Jason Campbell right away. Forces him up. Didn't impact the throw when he hit him. Just a heady play by Asante Samuel. He drops his coverage, sees Devin Thomas coming in, and again from the tunnel, and Dan Marino hit the Hail Mary pass for a touchdown.
Campbell wrapped up by
That's
Cole.
how you prevent it.
Down he goes. Trent Cole now with 9.5 sacks this season, and that brings us to the end of the first half.
Jason Campbell needs to use his legs on this. If he doesn't have a receiver downfield, he needs to make that first down on his own.
Campbell on 4th and 1. Campbell throws, and the pass was short, intended for Santana Moss.
I think he got caught in between, Tony, whether to run or throw.
You got to make that decision and make it a final decision. He had an opportunity to get the first with his legs, and he didn't take it.
When it's all said and done, Tony will be one of the best tight ends to ever play in the game, and he didn't back down at all.
On first down, this is Jason Snelling. Snelling fights his way back to the 44-yard line. Sean Jones made the tackle, loss of 1 on the play. In negative plays this season. Inside handoff. There's another one as Norwood is tackled back at the 46-yard line. 3rd down and 2. This is the deepest penetration by the Falcons today, as Redmond is taken down back at the 39-yard line by Darren Howard, who's had a strong first half.
Direction out to Jason Snelling. It's not like he's going to throw the ball.
Redmond back under center, 3rd and goal. Snelling.
Tough decision right now for Mike Smith. He went for it on 4th down earlier on this drive.
Answers 3 tight ends. 4th and goal. Snelling stops short. What a job by the Eagles defensive unit. Redmond to White. And a terrific tackle made by Macho Harris as White on his
yards. Give us an opportunity on maybe a 4th down and where they're sitting at right now 5 instead of getting into a 4th and 11.
Falcons 2 for 3 on 4th down. Redmond on 4th and 5. It is picked off by Sheldon Brown. And Brown is going to take it the distance. 83 yards, his 4th career touchdown.
I don't know, Tony, you just made the comment a couple of plays ago that maybe Chris is looking at things, and he has to be. I mean, Sheldon Brown just had an incredible break on that one.
He was just sitting on it, waiting for that play to be thrown. Watch him right here. This goes, he's looking in the backfield, boom. I mean, he was breaking to the ball before the receiver even knew the ball was being thrown. Great anticipation by Sheldon Brown.
I think one of the things that makes the New Orleans Saints a very, very dangerous team is their confidence to come back from a deficit like that.
Redmond in trouble on 2nd and 10. He loses the football, but it's recovered by Norwood. The pressure from Jaquay Parker forcing the fumble to tie the Dallas Cowboys to the wins column. Cowboys and Giants coming up next on Fox. Redmond on 2nd and 15, and the pass is intercepted by Sean Jones. Jones brings it back into Falcons territory. The 3rd Atlanta turnover today.
You know, they've been bringing pressure quite a bit here in the second half, and that's an opportunity for the offense to make big plays, but they've all gone against them. Chris Gokong impacts that throw, and it's picked off by Sean Jones.
44-yard line. Here's Jacobs over right guard, and Jacobs loses the ball, and it's picked up by Brown, and Brown will go all the way to the end zone. And the Giants right now are stunned as Jacobs loses the ball and Philadelphia with a 2-touchdown lead. It's 2nd down and 3. Toss to Jacobs, and he cannot get out of the backfield because knifing through is Jeremiah Trotter in his 11 sees the starter, sets the Giants up at the Eagle 29-yard line. Manning escapes. He'll run for a 1st down and goes down and then loses the ball. He was falling forward. And was he touched when he fell forward? If you slide to a stop, they can't hit you. But if you dive head first, they can hit you. And it's a loose ball, and it's the Eagles' ball. And Sean Jones comes up with it.
They've got to have a good ending, too.
Well, they throw up on the way out, that's all. 1st down from the 25-yard line. Bradshaw. Forward progress was stopped inbounds, so the clock keeps on rolling. Giants with 2 timeouts. And Manning's going to get sacked back at the 30-yard line. And this time it's Darren Howard coming in to get him to the turf. Manning stepping up. Chase. And then loses the ball. And that's going to be ruled as a fumble. And that will write a finish to this one. Joselio Hansen winds up with the football, and Darren Howard is able to claw it out.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Smith looking for Davis, and it is Quentin Michael who comes up with the interception. Second pick of the season for Michael. 2nd and 10 from the 16. Smith to Walker inside the 10. The ball comes loose, and the Eagles recover. Asante Samuel on the recovery. The second San Francisco turnover.
Andy Reid's got to love that defense.
Yeah, he's looking for Sheldon Brown right now. He's out on the field waiting for Sheldon to come over. Oh, thank you, Sheldon. Thank you.
What a great job of stripping the ball right there. Sheldon Brown goes right, solidifies the tackle, goes and rips the ball out. All the Eagles players are around the ball. Watch how he goes, pulls the point right out. Boom. That's how you strip the ball. That's a huge play for this Eagles team to go and gain back that momentum after a 4th and 1 disaster. Off balance.
3rd down and 9, 3 wide receivers. 49ers must get to the 45 for a first down. Intercepted by Samuel. His 8th of the season. It's the 3rd 49ers turnover of this first half.
I guess they haven't been listening to us, Darryl. They got to take our advice. That's exactly what Asante Samuel will do. He'll hide, he'll be unorthodox, but he'll go and make the big play, and you just saw it right there.
And Alex Smith knows this. We talked to him yesterday about it. Watch at the top, watch him drop Jason Hill, and he peels off right to Vernon Davis. Again, it's like a trap coverage because Asante Samuel had help over the top. So Alex Smith looks out. He thinks that he's in a man-to-man situation, and he has to run with Jason Hill. But Asante Samuel has the safety over the top, and he can break off and come right into where Vernon Davis was going for the interception.
Samuel with 8 picks, most by an Eagle in the Andy Reid era.
Guys know how good they can be. So I think it's just a process they're going through, and they've taken a lot of good steps this season.
It was the Eagles, Darryl, who called that timeout. Not sure why. 49ers have 2 remaining. DeQuay Parker with the pressure, and the pass is intercepted by Tracy White.
You want to know why? There it is, right there, Kenny.
The 4th San Francisco turnover. Some life from the Eagles 35. Off the fake to Gore. Down goes Smith back at the 46-yard line. Trent Cole now with 10.5 sacks this season.
Stay in the kids at the shallow part. Those guys get in there.
Instead of a 15-yard gain, it's 1st and 14. That's Michael Robinson, his first carry today. Glenn Coffey is doubtful to return with a left hamstring. Smith down, back at the 20. '49ers looking to keep their season alive. Empty backfield. Smith steps up, and then he's taken down at the 27-yard line. Again, it is Trent Cole.
3rd and 4. And Orton. DeQuay Parker gets credit for the sack, although he never fully wrapped up Orton.
No, he just ran over everybody. That's all he did.
Yeah,
so
did he ever? Still in shotgun with 17 seconds. Moreno knocked back, and it's that same guy, Tracy White, who nearly had the pick the play before.
Yeah, it's not an accident. He diagnosed it right away. Saw the screen, saw him make a lot of good plays last week this year, and I don't see it changing in the future. Well, not for a while.
Orton steps away from one hit and then gets smashed by Darren Howard. A loss of 7. It was a non-contact injury to Brown. 2nd down for Denver from the 40, and they go down the sideline, and it's picked off by Samuel, his 9th pick of the season. Asante Samuel to the 50, and that's where it ends, with a meeting with the quarterback. Pass was intended for Tony Shepler. Back in there, Phil.
It was an ankle, they said he rolled, but able to walk it off, and he's back. This Denver snap takes place at the 25. Oh, what a hit.
All the little short throws to Brandon Marshall.
Witten, he's going down at the 45. Trent Cole posts another sack, a loss of 6.
Trent Cole
and some help. Giants playing at Minnesota next week. Minnesota playing at Chicago tomorrow night, and that was a backwards pass to Marshall, and well played. Rosalio Hansen. It's a loss of 4.
Romo steps up, batted into the air, and picked off. Exactly what Philadelphia needed. Rosalio Hansen comes away with the interception, and it was Asante Samuel who knocked it into the air. A lift for the Eagles, a turnover on a tipped ball. Nothing. Starting at their own 43. Felix Jones is brought down by Patterson. A loss of 3. Good play.
In 1 year, but to beat them twice in 2 weeks. I mean, that's it'll be interesting then to see what these coaches decide to do here real quick.
Romo goes down, and that's the last thing the Cowboys want to see is Romo on the ground. Mike Patterson in there to make the play, a loss of 4 on a sack.
Minnesota, how they're playing, that would have positioned them awfully well.
It's 4th down. And Romo has to buy some time, and down he goes. Tap down. The Eagles will take over. Jaquay Parker back there to tap down Romo after he lost his footing, and the Eagles have it.
Back in on 1st down. And Marion Barber will look to get to the outside and can't. Good tackle. The defensive end Trent Cole moving to the outside. Cole with 12.5 sacks this season and playing the run very.
A lot of man coverage across.
Cowboys 4 wide. Romo under pressure, the blitz, and down he will go at the 36-yard line. So Romo standing back there alone, and Tracy White, number 52, the first guy to come in, and away came the Eagles. Chris Clemens, the second go. From the 31-yard line, off the fake, and Romo can't avoid the sack, and this time it is Chris Gokon coming from his left outside linebacker spot, who gets in there for a 9-yard sack. The Eagles' second sack of the period. Brown comes limping off. Dimitri Patterson comes limping off. 2 corners. Hansen in at 1 spot. 1st and goal from the 5. And they will stand Jones up at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. It's Jeremiah Trotter, the middle linebacker, from the 31-yard line on 1st down. Toss to Choice, who has to secure the ball, and then goes down into the arms of Jaquay Parker. Here's Andrea.